All right, we are live. Hello. All right, guys. Just before we begin, I just want to make a very quick announcement that I have reopened the doors to the Davinci School. And the Davinci School is the best place you want to be if you want to take a sculpting to the next level. And I have opened these doors after 2.5 months. And I only open them when I have the bandwidth to do so, because I only take in limited enrollments because I don't want to spread myself too thin. And all I do inside that community is focus on getting the members insane results. As you can see, all of these beautiful posts, beautiful results over here. And I made a post about this on YouTube as well. So you can see Ryan King, he went from here to here within 2 months with just 1 hour a day, despite running his YouTube empire. You can see Kasim, he went from here to freelancing and sculpting with just 1 hour a day. You can see Alex here is his insane results. You can see Vlad here, he's a full-time pharmacist, but still with just 1 hour a day, he was able to get here, from here to sculpting full bodies in just a month. So that is ridiculous. And I also made a post about this inside the free 1 month community. So you can check out all of the amazing testimonials that we have over here. And if you want to book your slot, then just click the link over here, or click the link that I have on the YouTube post. And let me tell you, I announced this 3 days ago, and one slot has already been taken, and I only have one more slot remaining until 15th September. So go ahead, apply it right now, book a free call with me, and I will walk you through exactly how I will get you results within 90 days with just 1 hour a day. So it doesn't matter how busy you are, it doesn't matter what you have going on, I will help you get you insane results within 90 days. Promise. Perfect. Yo, Shizuma, how are you? I'm doing great as well. Thank you. Hope you are doing awesome, my friend. Always the first person to be here. Appreciate you joining the streams. Always a pleasure, man. Perfect. So what we will be doing now is we will be going through the community, the free 1 month sculpting challenge. And every Saturday I go live here, going through the whole community, sharing feedback on exactly the things that you need to improve. So if you want feedback like this every week, then just join via the link in the description. And yes, let me also just quickly drop the link to book the call over here, just in case you want to apply. And I would highly recommend that you do so, because when the slot runs out, I don't know when I will reopen it again. So 100% apply. Do not be a Jerry. Do not procrastinate. At least don't procrastinate on this. All right, let's begin with Brian, level 2. I think I'm ready for level 3 now. Let's have a look. Doing good. Happy to hear that, my man. All right. Okay. I'm very happy with the overall shape of the head. That is something that you've significantly improved in, Brian. From the front, I still do feel like we have some weird sharpness going around here. So this crease that I can see all on the head, not sure why that is. Notice how smooth that is. The only crease you might possibly see is the temple line. So that is what we can see on the head. But what's these shapes over here? Definitely we need to smooth them out. The temple line goes up and away, and these forms I would definitely smooth them out. Over here I feel like the ridge is not pronounced well enough. This area feels a bit weird, so I would definitely dig along here, sculpt this better. Yeah, from the side looks better, but still notice the distance here, versus the distance here. Definitely we need to push this back. You need to dig over here as well. What I would recommend, bro, is just go over the video once again. Just follow the eye area a bit more carefully, and that should get results. Overall, the shape of the head, the blockout for the ear, nose looks very nice. Yeah, nothing too concerning otherwise, my man. Just focus on the eye area once again. So just go to the course module over here. Here, go here. Face level 2, I believe. Yes, so just watch this video carefully once again. Around the eye area, because that is where I feel like you're missing a few things. Other than that, nothing too concerning, my friend. Here's a quality post. I love that you attached the reference and the sculpt. That is a quality post. and that is how you get feedback. Alexander Zinokov, here's day 5, another one's practice skull, another experiment with technique to build a skull, sometimes with videos, sometimes with memory. To be honest, I hope that I can pass to the next level. Right now on skull level, does it or it doesn't matter with skull? Of course it matters with skull. And the reason that it matters with the skull is because skull is very important. This is the underlying structure of the head. And we only focused on the skull enough that we need to understand the face. That is all we focus on. So I didn't go on making the teeth, making the maxillary arch or the superficial, I don't know about that, superciliary arch, that thing over there, the zygomatic, we didn't focus on any of that. The only areas that we focused on are the areas that you need for the face. So it is important. And from your attempt, what I feel like, bro, is you just need to pull out this cheekbone slightly so that it's a bit straight over here. That's pretty much it. I like this. I think you are doing this in ZBrush, which is why you were not able to attach the reference and the sculpt in the same image. So I understand that. If this was Blender, I would have marked this as the Jerry post, but no worries here. I understand that you're trying a different software, and I actually respect that you did not let that be a limitation for you. So that is nice. Yeah, that nothing too concerning, man. Really like this. Keep up the amazing work. Oh yeah, one thing over here with memory. This is not something that I would recommend. So sculpting with memory should never be a goal. It's a bad expectation. It's a bad goal that a lot of, I don't know why artists or the instructors said this as a cool thing to do. Yeah, bro, I sculpted this from memory. I didn't use a reference. It's not a good thing. It's not cool, man. So the way that you want to practice this is just practice following along the video, and then the next time you do this, just use the reference. That is it. So without watching the video, just do it with the reference and try it on your own. That is the best way. And when you can get consistent results, then move on to the next video. So sculpting with memory, it should never be a goal. This is a bad mindset that I don't know why a lot of, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Some instructors, they just want to sound cool. They just want to sound more professional. This is not professional. Professionalism is using reference. Every big creator, every big artist, not creator, artist, they use references. Some are less reliant on it because they have 20-30 years of experience backing up all of their art, but the way that they reach that point is by using references. So 100% use references. I often see references from memory really meh, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Like that's ridiculous. Also, I understand that this is a very big problem. I understand that this is the problem big enough. Let me show you over here. That I'm making a whole absolute beginner course. And the only reason I'm making an absolute beginner course is because I realize that a lot of these bad mindsets, bad habits, they are created in the early stages. So like it blows my mind, bro. Like I was going through YouTube and I was researching on how other people have made their absolute beginner courses, and it just blew my mind that a lot of those courses did not even have a reference. They did not talk about a reference and how important that reference is. It just blew my mind. And it was like, do this, make a sphere, push it this much, try pulling it a bit, just try this, and then hit the eyes here. Like, bro, like, are you imagining these things out of your ass? Where's that information coming from? It's just ridiculous. So what I've done in this course, let me show you. This is what we will be sculpting in the course. We will be sculpting Morty from Rick and Morty, which is awesome. I love this concept. And here you can see what I'm doing in this course is I will teach you exactly the importance of a reference. So let me actually show you the slides. Let me just spoil the course a bit. Yeah, the recording for this course has already begun, but let me just spoil a bit of it for you. Yes, so we will be talking about the 80-20 principle inside this course. I will show you exactly the things that you need to focus on. There was a slide that I prepared for the references. Where is that? Beginner. Did I not save that slide? That is ridiculous, man. I think I forgot to save that. But the cool thing is that I already recorded the video. So let me show you a bit of that. And I hope you guys can hear the audio. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Now we are going to talk about probably one of the most overlooked aspects of sculpting. And it blows my mind that no beginner course talks about this. Can you hear the audio? Ishaq, can you remove my sculpts too? Can I send my portfolio in chat? Man, if you want your sculpt reviews, then just join the 1 month challenge and make a post there. And we can review your sculpts. If it's related to the 1 month challenge, if it's not related to the 1 month challenge, then I do that only inside the Davinci school. And references. Okay, audio is working. So here you can see super important. This is the reason why so many people, when they follow a course, they get results, but when they try things on their own, they don't get good results. So there's like a whole 20-minute video telling you about why references are important, how to find good references, how to generate references if you want to sculpt something on your own. And this is absolutely crucial. And as we proceed with the course, of course, I will be telling you how am I making these observations, why am I putting the stroke where I'm putting it, why am I pulling out the mesh if I'm pulling it out, why am I doing it that way, all tied back to how my reference looks like. And I believe that once this habit is established, when people realize, okay, how important references actually is, that you have to look at your reference, make an observation, and then implement things on your sculpt. It will solve so many problems, and hence we are making that absolute beginner course. Jessica Wilson, let's review day 19, face level 2, ears, nose, lips. Perfect. Let's check. I struggled the most with the lips and getting the desired shape. I'd also appreciate any feedback, mainly on ears and nose, since I hadn't had those reviewed yet. Definitely learned a lot this week. Thank you for the last 2 images. The ref will be on the left of each side. Please excuse me for the next 3 days. I'll be visiting and helping take care of my family. I wish your family, take care of family. Is that a sick emoji? If that is, I wish them good health. Okay. Close up, lip, nose. Finally, someone who says it like it is. Reference is absolutely funny. There is no debate. I agree. And it's a shame that beginner courses don't talk about this. Like beginner courses are designed as a quick win. Hey, watch me sculpt and then I will teach you how to sculpt this reference. And then yes, of course, if anyone follows you step by step and you're just putting 2 spheres together, of course they can get good results. But then you taught them nothing. And when they try things on their own, they feel overwhelmed. They feel like, okay, sculpting is so difficult. And then they give up. And that is a disservice to the people who put their faith in you. Yeah, you get that view, but at what cost? At the cost of others people education, their learning, their overwhelm. It's not worth it. Yeah, we will be correcting all of that with our beginner course, and it will be live either this weekend or first few days of the next week. So the recording has already begun. I just have to record a few more videos and boom, the course will be available on YouTube for absolutely free, because I believe everyone deserves a fair chance of learning this skill the way that it is meant to be. So it will be absolutely free and we will upload it on YouTube. Yeah, so that's my goal. I want to make a paid quality course, but I want to give it away for free. All right, Jessica, I see a few things wrong. I like the overall head. This looks very, very nice. The back view just feels too flat, like he fell or something as a baby. So definitely this area is too flat. We would want to round it, like you can see over here. The top of the head looks almost like an egg shape. So that is what we want to be aiming for. So definitely this flat area, we can improve that. And yes, from the side, let's look at the lips. So the lips, you can see here, I feel like the proportion of the lip in your case is a bit wrong. The proportion of the lip is that the bottom lip should be in the middle of the bottom of the nose and the bottom of the chin. So this is the bottom of the chin, and around here should be the bottom of the lip. And that is a bit low, which is why the mouth looks a bit off. So that is something that you could improve. Also, let me show you a few more things that you can improve. Is notice this shape over here. So this shape over here, notice how it's a very subtle curve, almost like a 90-degree subtle curve. But notice this one. This is like a proper C shape. So it's like a full curve. That is something that we could improve. If I was to make this, I would make it like this. Okay, so we have that curve on top. So you can also simplify this in terms of a line, a curve, and a line. But this one you can see is a full curve. So that is not what we want. We want this shape going on over here as well. So just fix that shape, move the mouse slightly up so that the bottom lip is in the center of the chin and the nose, and that should fix it for you. About the ear, this looks nice for now. What I feel like you're missing is notice that we have this 9 shape on the ear. And then we did not sculpt the Y shape yet because it was low poly, so don't worry about it. But you can see that your 9 shape ends here. The 9 shape actually continues all the way to the inside of the ear. So you could just make this with the draw brush or make this with the sculpt, with the clay brush, just bulk up this area. You need that tube, you need that 9 shape to go in all the way into the ear. So that is something that you can improve. Other than that, nothing too concerning. I am very happy with the progress that you're making, and I wouldn't be surprised if by next week you're a champion. That is awesome. For the nose, I really think it's almost 100%, but the ears and overall shape could be a bit better. And something I noticed with the lips and mouth, I feel like it could wrap around the face. Feels like it's stuck onto the face, but really solid work. And yeah, I think that feels weird because it's low. It's quite low. So that is something that we could fix over here. By the way, this is what I love to see. I love people commenting on each other's work. Those who are ahead of the poster, looking out for each other. This is what a community is. So when you get some experience and when you look after the people who are behind you, that is when a community is made. And I love this. So yeah, shout out to Jessica, shout out to Davis, shout out to Jason. I love this. Dijon, oh, we missed Ahmed. Ahmed Samir, beat up, face level 4 with the nose and complete. Day 34. Let's check. People who bring up one exceptional artist whose work without reference are talking about isolated cases, and they conventionally leave out the fact that this person usually has more than 15 years of experience. I agree. That is something that I agree upon. And I don't remember what the name of that manga artist is. Manga artist who doesn't use reference. I forgot the name of that guy, man. Like everyone just keeps mentioning that dude. Yeah, but you know that the manga artist, he never used reference. You know, like, bro, like that's 1 in a million. And even in that 1 in a million case, he has years of experience backing him up where he did use references. Come on, bro. He wasn't born with that skill. He wasn't born with a pen and then he sketched the doctor who took him out of his mother's womb. That did not happen, man. Like he had to work with references so that he could get to a point that, yes, he's now at a point where he's less reliant on references. But even to get to that point, he had to use references. It's a Korean guy, if I remember. I'm not sure. It is he does has Asian features. He is an Asian guy, but I'm not sure if he's from Korea or if he's Japanese. I remember he has like a bald head and then Asian features. Not sure if he's Korean or not. Ahmed Samir, beat up level 4. Okay. Spent focused hours refining the nasal structure and its connection to the eyebrow and the bro, what is the maxilla? Maxilla. Let's look at what the maxilla is. Kim Jung-gi. Let me check. Kim Jung-gi. Yes, exactly this guy. Yo, shout out to Shizuma. This is exactly the guy. So people always give me his examples. He doesn't use references, but bro, he reached that point by using references. Yeah, often drawn only from imagination. Such a bad thing to highlight. And when people read this, they're like, Oh yeah, bro. I want to be like Kim Jong Gi, and I don't want to use references. And then they start. Okay, yeah. If I start doing this right now, then I will reach Kim Jong Gi's lesson. So I will not use references even now. It does not make sense, bro. It does not make sense. He have huge visual memory. I agree. Exactly. It's one person. And I'll be honest, bro. Like when I was completing my bachelor's degree as in 3D animation and design. So when I was completing my bachelor's degree, but like I had this, I wanted to be cool. Like, yeah, bro. I don't want to use references, and I do this from imagination. And like this would be like an excuse for me. So when someone say, "Hey, Ishaq, your drawing looks bad," I'm like, "Yo, bro, I tried this from imagination, and if I use the references, this will become much better." And I'm like, "What?" When I think back to it, bro, I feel stupid actually. There were some students who would blatantly lie about not using references just so that they could sound more cool. But now I don't mind admitting it. I feel like it's it's a disservice if I lie about these things or if I don't tell you how important reference is. It's a disservice. All right, Ahmed. I love the head overall. This is looking very nice. A few things that I can feel is that this point over here and this over here, like there's a big difference. His head is the top of his head is almost like a balloon. But what we want is we want this subtle straight taper all the way from the head down to the jaw. We don't want this ballooning effect where the head curves like this and then we have this taper. No. So that is something that I would adjust over here. That just squeeze in the head so that you can match the shape of the reference closer. Let's see, the side looks okay. Nothing too concerning with the side. So I like how you sculpted the side. From the top, here from the top, once again, you can see that we have a subtle taper going all the way to the back of the head. Here it feels a bit balloonish. So this point over here. Definitely squeeze this in. Let's look at the back. Back looks awesome. Bottom looks awesome. And yeah, from the third part over, I feel is that you need to pull out the cheekbone slightly. So when you use the draw brush and when you add a bit more volume over here, that will also reflect on this side. So you can see that we have this protrusion for the eyebrow ridge and then we have this slight protrusion for the cheekbone. When you use the draw brush over here, you will have that on this side as well. Just need to add a bit more volume to the cheek and that should be good to go. Awesome, man. I like this. Very well done. Let's mark this as a quality post and as 100%. Let's keep pushing forwards. Let's keep up the momentum. The John Williams, 1% out of 1,000 should be considered the norm or the right way to go. I agree. I agree. I think we're ready to move on to the faces now. I also forgot to fix the shape of the head. Bro, the shape of the head is the biggest concern here. And yeah, we have that ballooning effect over here as well. So you can see this area, big balloon, this not so much. We want this to be subtle. Yeah, just fix that. Honestly, apart from that, I don't see anything too concerning. Just that this part is tapering out, whereas this one is tapering slightly in. So yeah, just the jaw, just make it tapering in as well. Just change that angle slightly and you should be good to go. Just fix the shape of the head. Other than that, I don't see anything too concerning. You are almost there, my friend. Don't ignore the shape of the head. There's the clicking on face level 3 with ears. Yeah, we already did this one over here. Prince Emmanuel sculpting the eye. Let's check the eyes. Oh, okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, bro, is that you have a lot of upper eyelid exposure in your sculpt. So look at how exposed this area is versus how thin the upper eyelid is in the reference. That is something that you need to adjust. This distance between the upper eyelid and this eyebrow ridge is very high as well. So definitely just mask this area and push this brow down slightly so that you have a similar height over here. So just try noticing the distance here versus how big this distance is over here. Other than that, looks nice. Yeah, once the eyes are fixed, this will look much better. The mouth area feels slightly blur to me. You don't have a lot of details. It feels like you added them, but then you smoothed them out. So notice how defined the upper lip is over here, how defined the crease is over here, and how defined the lower lip is on the middle part. So the side of the lower lip should always be flush with the mouth. It's very flush and smoothed out with the mouth, but the lower lip, the middle of the lower lip, we definitely need more definition here. It feels like you added them, but then you smoothed them out. It just feels slightly blur. And with those improvements, this will look much better. Let's check the side view as well. Okay, I think you made one mistake on the side view as well. This protrusion over here, this is wrong. So what we need is we need to carve in this area. Notice how flat this area is. There's no protrusion like this over here. And I think this happened because you bulked up the cheekbone way towards the end. The cheekbone ends here along the eyes, about here. And this part is pretty hollow. So definitely do sculpt that in. Use the draw brush to carve in this section so that you have a bit of that, this planar thingy going on. Yeah, other than that, nothing too concerning. Keep up the good work, my friend. Let me mark this as a quality post. I just started learning Blender this Monday. That is awesome, man. This Monday. So you're not even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. It's been 5 days. Very cool. Do you plan on learning sculpting as well? Face level 2, day 31, kicking off level 2. Oh yeah, we already covered yours. So good job. To Davis, head level 2. I'm really happy with this. I think it's the best one I've done so far. Looking for the input. Yep, looking good. I can't remember what you did, what feedback I gave you. I did review the sculpt over here. Okay, we haven't reviewed it yet. Perfect. Let's review this. Oh yeah, you were the one who were commenting. Awesome. Love this. I'm really happy with this. I think it's the best I've done. Still looking for input though. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, overall head shape looks very nice. Nice. Looks nice. So yeah, see here. This part here, this is the cheekbone. You definitely don't want it to exceed the eye area. So don't do that. This part, just dig in with the draw brush, separate it right here. Also from the front, I feel like the ears are not blocked out well enough. They feel very merged with the face. So definitely notice how pronounced they are. They are a separate entity from the face. So definitely might need to pull them out slightly. Also the widest area, make it about here, not low down here. So somewhere around here is where the widest area should be. So definitely push it slightly up like this and then have that taper going in. Other than that, nothing too concerning, man. You're on a very good track. I like this. You could edit the post. Yep. Awesome, Jason. W for pointing that out. And that marks it. Done. That was all of the review request posts in this week. If you'd like to be part of this awesome community, it's absolutely free. Click the link in the description. And if you want to take your sculpting to the next level, then 100% apply for the Davinci School. This is where most serious artists are. This is where people who are serious about sculpting are. And you can see we have a lot more training modules over here. Full training on the head, on the body, on the female body, on retopology, and on stylized correctors. And all in order. So the biggest problem that I see is that people try learning stylized sculpts before they understand the face, before they understand the body, and then they want to sculpt stylized characters. It just does not work. Stylization is where we break the rules. And if you want to break the rules, you have to understand the rules well enough first. I'm excited. I'm finished recording. I probably post my process today. It's really, really similar to the blockout practice too. I posted on Davinci School. Let me check. Blockout practice 2. Where's Alex? Alex. Let me just search Alex. By the way, guys, check out Alex's awesome. Oh, how did I miss this post? Yo, this looks awesome. Oh, are these all separate parts? Oh, insane. Yo, that is a detailed blockout. Practicing different blocker styles, heavily inspired by Georgia. Yeah, this is the guy that came to mind. An absolute gold mine references later on. I'd also try using blockouts in the style of Alexander Ladosha. I haven't seen this guy. Let's check him out. Does he make blockout as well? Yeah, I like practice this blockout. It looks very nice. Okay, his style is more organic. Hope YouTube doesn't remove this stream because the titties on the screen now. YouTube is a bit, yeah, it's not as flexible as other platforms when it comes to, yeah, to these titties. Yo, very interesting. I could never. I don't have the patience to block out things this way. What I like to do is I just like to. Let me show you guys. If I want to make something a bit more dynamic, what I like to do is, where's the posts? I like to make Baby Arnold. And I just need an excuse to show Baby Arnold all the time. So what I like to do is I like to sculpt the big portions of the body first and then just shaping them that way. But blocking out each individual different muscle, it requires so much patience. So much patience. I actually admire this man. Yo, this is very cool. Very dynamic. I love this. Bro, that's not fair, man. Like, why didn't you attach the rear view? Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, looking forward to the video, my man. 100% do post it. And when you do, I'll make sure to give you a shout out on the stream as well. Really awesome work. Alright, guys, I have to bounce now. I will catch you on the other stream that we have on Wednesday. 100% if you're interested in sculpting, join this free 1 month challenge. And if you're serious, then join the Davinci School. I'm reopening the slots after 2.5 months. When will the other slots open? I cannot say for sure. One spot has already gone since I made the announcement 3 days ago, and I have only 1 slot remaining. So book a call right now. If you're uncertain about anything, I will walk you through the whole program, showing you how we will get you results within 90 days with just 1 hour a day. Guaranteed. Awesome. See you guys around. Hey guys, thank you for your support. I appreciate your support as well. Thank you so much for showing support as well. Alright guys, here's a fist bump. Take care. Boom. Goodbye. क्या